Strait-Jacket is a great horror/thriller film. The acting chemistry and subtle character nuances from Joan Crawford and Diane Baker, along with truly great writing and plot devices by Robert Bloch, make this quite an enjoyable film. I watched it once due to Mama Rue's suggestions, and I watched it again from an analytical lens, but it is one that I can and will watch over and over and over again. Grab some tea and enjoy what you see. Today we'll be reviewing Strait-Jacket, the movie.
Just begin to flutter away. My heart goes.
This film's plot is unique due to the seemingly solid nature of the mother and daughter relationship, but how quickly that can really go south. This film follows the tragedy of Lucy and Carol. While Carol's mother Lucy is on a trip, the child attempts to sleep, but she is awoken by her father coming in from the bar late at night, and he is not alone. In company with him is his ex-girlfriend Stella, and they do not hesitate to completely disregard Carol by beginning intercourse with the door open, might I add. On a whim, Lucy decides to cut her trip short and get the first train back home. Seeing the bedroom light on, she peeks in from outside and sees her husband and his mistress. Acting on the first thing she sees, she grabs an axe. Sneaking in from the back, being a little bit more considerate to Carol, she begins to just chop away. You know, it's kind of just still unfortunate because like the door to Carol's still open, so she had to witness that whole thing kind of go down. We're also told in the beginning of this movie that Lucy is like a free and independent woman, and one of the first choices that she was able to make herself was marrying Frank. So I feel like seeing him cheat was like really like just kind of watching her Albert seem like so like oh my gosh, was because like, you know, that's the only choice she really like made for herself, the first choice she made for herself, and you know, it didn't turn out how she thought she would. 20 years in the future, we hear all this because Carol is explaining the incident to her fiance, Michael, because her mother is being released to the care of Bill and his wife, who also took in Carol. Upon arrival, Lucy embraces Carol, but Carol is experiencing something else for sure. I don't know what it is, but it's something. Carol begins giving a tour of the farm, and I love when movies like throw in like very slicing and killer vocabulary. I think it's a great tool. We then find out that Carol is a sculptress and that she's created a bronze portrait of Lucy. And all of this, Carol basically tells Lucy like, you know, Michael's coming over for dinner, so be prepared to meet him. And Lucy is like, I don't think I'm ready to meet strangers yet. After showing her the portrait, Carol pulls out the bracelets that her mother wore the night of their father's. But to Carol, Lucy always wore those bracelets like for when she came in and held her at night and things like that. But to Lucy, she like, I just got out of the mental hospital. I'm like, girl, like this is too much. And then after that, Carol brings out an old photograph album of Lucy and the family. Personally, I wouldn't do all that knowing I killed the family member, but you know, Lucy makes it clear that she's not ready to see that yet. Now, I'm gonna be honest from this point out. If you're interested in the movie at all, kind of interested, whatever, go watch the movie. It's on YouTube. You can literally click that search bar and type in Strait-Jacket full movie, STRAIT. Go watch it and then come back, because from this point on, I'm kind of telling the review from hindsight. The spoiler is like the spoiler, so like don't blow it. Go watch it. Don't self-sabotage. I'll be right here. Just click save to watch later. You know, you can like it while you're there and then come back. Like you can literally comment like commenting this so that I make sure I come back, but I don't want to blow it for you. For those who have watched it, or if you know you ain't gonna watch it, don't worry about it. Just keep coming on with me. You would think with after 20 years of being in a mental institution, with new treatments being used on you, that the first thing you'd be met with is forgiveness and tenderness and understanding. But I feel like Carol, within moments of her mother being home, has just consistently tried to push the boundaries that Lucy set to protect her sanity. And that is just very, I get it though, like Carol's really trying to like, Carol just assumes her mother can go back to normal life, and that's just, you know, isn't true. Back at home, the family is preparing for dinner with Michael. So this moment here really still confuses me, because Lucy asks for a task and Carol is instantly like no, but then has a task for her to do like right after. So I don't know if that was writing or on purpose, or if I don't understand that. But Michael rings the door to be introduced to Lucy, and when Carol brings him through the house, she finds that the water is still running and Lucy is nowhere to be found. So they go to her art studio to kind of see if she's there, and she's not. But while there, they see the photograph album with like a utensil stuck through it, and they open it to see that all the heads of Frank have been cut out of the family photography books. I guess, like, you know, Lucy. And then we see Lucy watching this whole interaction from outside of the window. So the next day, Carol takes Lucy to go shopping. And when I mean shopping, I mean the whole thing. Wig, jewelry, dress, shoes, everything. And while at the final shop, I think for the wig, when they were coming out, Lucy hears this nursery rhyme.
Gave her husband 40 wet.
About her and her shopping, and she walks out and sees these little girls, but they're just singing London Bridges. But when Carol walks away, they face her and they're singing, take a key and lock her up, lock her up. You know, I thought that was like, I was like, ooh, like, girl, I go crazy too. That night, you know, she's going to sleep and she's having a nightmare. She's rolling around and she rolls over to see the two heads of Frank and Stella in bed with her, along with a bloody axe. So she gets up, she runs out. She's like, Bill, y'all, what's going on? What's going on? You know, they tell her to chill out, like, calm down. They go and check the room. Nothing is in the room. She just chalks it up to being a bad dream and to it being the mannequin head that her wig is on. So, child, that's that. So in the morning, the family's talking like without Lucy to see if they should call the doctor about her nightmare, but Carol makes the final decision, like, you're not taking my mama back, so no, she's not going nowhere. While this is happening, Lucy is kind of roaming the farm and she stumbles upon a worker that works there, Kraus, and he is a chicken. So telling him that, you know, like, she used to work on a farm and stuff like that, you know, he's like, well, do you want to kill the axe? She grabs it, but she isn't able to really hold it without trembling, so he takes the axe back out of her hand. He just, the chicken, like, right in front of her after that. That, you already know that was a lot for her. And that same day, Carol goes over Michael's house because I guess they have a date, and she walks in and says hello to their parents. In that, the topic of her mother comes up because it's kind of been a little talk of the town, like, you know, there's a new person here. Michael's mother has a lot of questions. Why was she in the hospital, etc.? So does his dad. You know, they talk a little bit, but Carol's still reserved, and I don't think Michael's mother really liked that, so she's like, we need to find more about what's going on, because that ain't right. The day after that, Michael comes over to Carol's and the family house to basically have drinks with Carol and Lucy to get to know each other. But it's very clear that Lucy is just not ready to meet this man, because when he comes in, she just starts radiating like video vixen sex. She ain't playing with him, and she didn't leave that man no room to be played with. It's wild. Personally, if I was Carol, we would have been tussling a little bit. I'd be like, Mom, what are you doing? What are you doing right now? But I know it was a very big thing about her acting as if she was 20 years ago, and Carol keeps saying, like, I want you how you were 20 years ago. So this could be how Lucy approached people 20 years ago because of the outfit and dress. Like, maybe that's just what she's doing. Like, I don't know. A surprise call comes in from Dr. Anderson of the institution, and that just has her persona just cracking bad. When she starts to tweak, Michael is like, I'm gonna head out, but you need to be lucky I'm heading now, which I was like, what are you trying to say? Are you trying to say you would get with my mother? Because that's wild. That's wild, and you should watch your mouth. So after being gaslit by her family, Lucy is right, and Dr. Anderson does pull up to check in on her. Since she has like new treatment and stuff, he wants to make sure everything is going right. But he lies to Lucy and Bill, saying that he was just stopping by because he had like a fishing trip, but the institution actually sent him to go check on her. He's very quickly able to see through like the outfit, the wig, and everything, and get straight to the anxieties of everything, like, are you okay, are you lonely, etc. He also has this weird twinge of ownership over her behavior. Why are you not behaving socially correct, or else it's going to be a problem? That same ownership, even though like she's not in the institution. So that was a little weird to me, but I think that's probably like a man of this time period thing. When we see her talk to the doctor, we see a side of Lucy that I feel like we haven't seen with any other character. She talks a little different. She's a little more soft-spoken. She's a little more like just stemmy with the hands. And I think that's just a way we just don't see her act at all, or really again in the movie, outside of when she's trying to defend herself. And I think that's when she's actually being herself. And I really actually like to see that side of Lucy, to know she isn't like just completely straight, but she also, the big stuff is what she's kind of, you know, it seems like she's worked through when she's talked to him. You'll get what I mean, like, when you watch it. The nightmares gets brought up, and I think it was just the doctor asking, but Lucy just kind of distrusted him and the family after that, so she runs off. And in that, Dr. Anderson goes to find Carol, but he stumbles upon Kraus first, and then he finds Carol in the art studio. So in the art studio, Carol explains, like, you know, I'm the reason she got this new outfit, and I'm the reason all of this, because, you know, her self-esteem was low and her quality of life was low, so Carol wanted to step in and kind of do that. And And Dr. Anderson confides in Carol that, like, basically she's only on probation. He let her out to see if we was gonna let her out, but now that I'm seeing her, time to go back. Carol's like, no. Like, no. But the doctor is like, no, I'm finna take her back myself. I'm not even gonna call them folks. I'm finna take her back tonight. After that, Dr. Anderson's kind of roaming the farm, looking around for Lucy. He stumbles upon the butchering room, and he goes in there because he hears bracelets coming out of there. And our doctor is the one in need of saving. He's not here no more. So Carol calls out through the house for Lucy and finds her needle stuck in the ground with her knitting. And Lucy is like, can you pass me that? Like, comes out of the dark, can you give me that? And she explains, like, I've been in this chair the whole time after the doctor left. He should have been gone hours ago. And Carol's like, well, why is his car outside? And she's like, I don't know. He's gone. He's gone. And she starts tweaking. She run out to move the car. And Krause see that whole thing, bruh. The jig is kind of up for somebody. The next morning, Carol gets a call about the doctor's whereabouts, and she's like, I don't know, he left. And Krause is outside painting a car, the doctor's car, white. And he's basically like, well, if you don't want me to snitch that for some reason this doctor's gone, probably because of your crazy mom, you're not finna say nothing about my car. Or else we gonna have a problem and everybody finna know. So she was like, Carol, that really ticked her off. That really ticked Carol off. So she went to go hang out with Michael. And when she hung out with Michael, she explained that she wants to push her engagement back just until his family likes her more and until her mother is just overall in better health. And Michael's like, okay, but we could just elope if we want to. But she's like, no, let's not do that. So Carol stops back home to get dressed for dinner. And in the next scene, we see Krause outside, and his axe is not where he usually puts it. So he's kind of looking around for it, and in that he hears the door close behind him. So he follows the door, and that man gone. That man is gone. That man is gone. So let's just keep it going. So back inside the home, everybody's getting ready for dinner, getting ready to go over, Michael's folks' house. And Lucy walks in and she's like, y'all, I took this walk and I'm not feeling it. Carol is like, girl, I need you there to prove that you're well so that we could get married. So you're gonna go. And she goes. And not only does she go, she goes as her 20-year-old self. Not even as Lucy currently, maybe with the dress, but with her hair. No, it's the wig, the jewelry, everything. So she goes. And even like pulling up there, she's struggling to get out the car. It's hard to watch. You're just like, leave her alone. That's what it feels like watching it. In a seemingly transcendental way, we see that upon entry, Lucy has already spilled coffee and is kind of tweaking in the bathroom. And Carol comes in and gives her a new dress. So we get into it. Lucy comes back out and everybody else goes out to see the cows, but Michael's parents and Lucy are left in a room. So in that, Lucy's mom is like, so why was you in the hospital? Blah, 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 kind of on her, like, whatever. So once everybody goes outside, Lucy, congratulates the parents on the engagement, but there was no engagement. There has not been an engagement. And Michael's parents are like, what do you mean engagement? And Lucy is like, well, it's so obvious they're in love, like, blah, 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 and ain't no engagement is basically what his parents saying. Ain't no engagement. And Lucy assumes and takes it on herself that the engagement isn't on because of her sanity, what she's been going through in the asylum. But really, y'all, it's because you're broke. It's because your family is poor. It has nothing to do with y'all being crazy. Because in Lucy explaining, like, all of that, Michael's mama just kind of start yelling at her and going off. So Lucy's like, you know what? Carol and Michael gonna get married, and none of y'all finna stop them from getting married because this is crazy. So she runs off. After she slams the door and runs off, everybody kind of comes back in. They're like, what just happened? And the parents are like, Lucy ran off. So everybody kind of splits up to go find them. And then left in the house, we have both of Michael's parents. So Bill and Michael go to search for Lucy because Lucy ran down the street hiding in a bush and then kind of popped back out. So I don't know where she at, what she doing, whatever. We switch back to Michael's parents' house, and Michael's mom is like very well warrantly scared because she was very rude to Lucy and she's worried about Michael's whereabouts. The dad, he kind of nonchalant. Michael's mom wants them to stay together, but the dad is tweaking. He go upstairs to change into his jammies and he go night-night. When the mama come up to check on the dad, she finna get clapped. Lucy coming in there finna clap him, and then another Lucy pop out and she like, oh, they get to the jacket. They're fighting, they're tussling. Michael's mom runs to call the police. Lucy is on top, pulls a mask off. Whole time it's Carol, y'all. Carol has got a whole mask of Lucy, whole outfit and everything. Michael comes in and Carol's like, Michael, like, she tried to kill us. Lucy's trying to kill everybody. And all Lucy gotta do is pull that mask, showing the same mask in her face. Baby, that did it. Carol is sent to an asylum. Lucy goes to the asylum to basically like support her and to be there for her. She was like, I wasn't there for my daughter, so now I need to be there for her because I wasn't there the whole 20 years that she was born. So also interesting to note, the narrator of the film in the beginning is Carol. I think it's Carol because she's telling the story of what happened. So I really would like to see the story told from Lucy's perspective, because what if she didn't grab the axe that quick? She probably did, but Lucy, she probably had some problems. These are moments of acting chemistry and cinematography that I loved. And y'all could watch this on YouTube, or it's available for purchase. I think it's a great movie. It's one just that kind of have in the catalog. Like if you ever need a random horror movie to watch or something that won't emotionally tax you too much, but it is really good, this one of them joints. So thank you all so much for tuning in. Welcome. Like, comment, subscribe, stay a part of the gang. We finna go up. I got some more stuff for y'all, so stay tuned. The Ninja. Oh yeah. Are y'all ready? Don't get hit too hard. Is